Disney Speedstorm is bringing back voice acting. Well, kind of. Disney Speedstorm released a new hotfix and patch notes for it today that revealed some very nice quality of life changes that really aren't too significant, as well as one additional change that I think is amazing, which is going to slowly bring back the voices of some of the characters who don't have them in Disney Speedstorm. So without further ado, let's take a look at the pit stop and the patch notes and the hotfix as a whole. Kicking things off on all of their social media platforms, Disney Speedstorm tweeted or posted or whatever. They said a hotfix is being rolled out across all platforms on May 13th with a bunch of different fixes. And if we actually read the hotfix, they said, "Hey Speedstars, we hope you've been enjoying Disney Speedstorm Season 7 inspired by Disney's Wreck-It Ralph. The team has been hard at work making improvements and fixes based on your invaluable feedback, and we've got a mid-season hotfix primed and ready to go." First things first, before we look at the actual changes, I think this is a really good sign that we might be getting mid-season updates more regularly now. I think Disney Speedstorm's promise of new seasons every 6 to 8 weeks might have been a little optimistic, as the last two seasons have been both 10 seasons long with delays, but I think splitting the seasons into two parts, we can get a new part every 5 weeks, but we might get these little updates in the middle, which is some nice quality of life, or maybe other fixes down the line, which I think is going to be really exciting and something that we might be able to look forward to if they continue to do this. Fingers crossed, hopefully they start doing more of these mid-season patch notes. Starting things off with the Candy Kingdom race environment, they fixed an issue on the Gummies Raceway circuit where players were having their race progress reset after falling off the race environment. I don't know if this ever happened to you guys. I think it happened to me like once, and it was really frustrating. I was like, why am I driving for so long? Because it just resets your progress. I don't know. It's weird. I'm glad they're fixing it though. Here is the big change though. The change that is really the reason I'm making this video. Racer voiceover. Sergeant Calhoun will receive voice lines during Season 8. That's right, everyone. They are 1/3 of the way there to restoring voices to every character in the game. And this is big for a lot of different reasons. One, it means they are listening to us. I really wasn't expecting them to go back and actually add voice lines to some of the older characters in the game. I thought they were basically just going to ignore the community and continue on because, for whatever reason, budget costs, they don't have enough time, they just didn't want to add voice actors. I don't know why they removed them in the first place, but I just imagined that they were going to stick to whatever reason that was and not actually give us voice acting back into the game. But this confirms that is not happening. Sergeant Calhoun is getting voice lines in Season 8, and I really hope that Felix and King Candy are going to follow. I love King Candy so much. I really want his voice lines in the game. I have been wanting them since I heard King Candy and Wreck-It Ralph as a whole was going to be coming to the game, and I'm really glad that Sergeant Calhoun is getting voice lines, but I really hope they aren't just giving her this treatment because she is the premium Golden Pass character. And I hope that in the future we'll get voice lines for some of the older characters that aren't just premium ones. Like, I think Felix deserves to have voice lines too. I get that he's a free character and most people aren't really spending money on him or his box, but he should still have voice lines because it really does take away from the immersion and aspect of Disney Speedstorm. The characters are the heart and soul of this game. It's Disney Speedstorm. We come for the Disney and we stay for the Speedstorm, and the Disney is the characters. That was a really weird way to put it, but we need voice acting in the game. I really think we do. It's felt really out of place driving as Calhoun and Felix and King Candy this season, and them just not talking when literally like all 52 other characters in the game talk. It feels wrong, and yes, I guess it will feel more right over time as more characters without voices get added, but that's a bad solution in my opinion. I really enjoy the voice lines in this game, and I'm glad that Sergeant Calhoun is getting voice lines, and I hope they continue to add more for the other characters. Moving on to the shop, the number of shards required to star up crew members in the daily special offers are now visible. We are also aware of an issue causing duplicate daily special offers to appear and are working on a fix. This is very big, but for starters, they didn't address the fact that the daily specials now only has 1 to 2 to 3 shards for characters as opposed to like the 15 it used to have. Which is really unfortunate because a lot of people were unaware as to whether that was a bug or a feature. And I think it was really nice, the old system, but I imagine the reason they went to this is not because they want more money, because that makes no sense logically. All the offers are cheaper, obviously, with the rewards scaled down correspondingly, but it makes no sense from a monetary perspective, this change to reduce the amount of shards. So I imagine they just did it because not enough people were buying like the 15 to 20 shard offers, because when there was like an epic character or whatever, it was well over like 100,000 coins for some of those offers, and most of them were like 50 to 150,000 coins. It was rare for me to get a shop offer lower than that, and I would just imagine that not a lot of people were saving up for that because people have low attention spans. They want to spend their currency as soon as they earn it, and like, why would you buy those when you could buy a universal box where, yes, you aren't getting to choose the shards you want, but it's technically better valuable. It's more value anyways, more shards per season coin. And so I imagine not a lot of people were buying these super stacked offers with like 15 shards in them, and that's the reason they went down to this daily special amount. Of course, I could be wrong, but it seems like it's here to stay, the 1 to 3 shards. Let me know what you guys think about it. Personally, I have stopped buying from the daily specials completely. I don't think it is worth it. And for me, a person who has spent money on this game and who is going to continue to spend money on this game and has dreams of one day maxing out his account, I'm going to keep buying the universal box because at the end of the day, it is more shards for your season coins, and eventually you can clear it out if you are super dedicated. It's going to take like an immense amount of grinding though, and really isn't a realistic goal for most people. But then again, I'm not most people when it comes to Disney Speedstorm. Moving on to the Golden Pass, players can now see their current Golden Pass inventory when navigating through various Golden Pass related menus. Players no longer need to exit the Golden Pass menu after claiming rewards to initiate the reward flow animation. Thank God for this change. I am so unbelievably excited for this. I don't know why it was like this before, where you had to like click claim rewards and then back out, but it was so annoying to do, and it just really like messed up my flow of the game, and I didn't like it, especially when I was filming the Vault Pass reward videos and then I exited out of the menu and then it took hours for me to claim the reward. That really sucked, and I didn't like that. So I'm glad it's back to the way it was, because it was so obnoxious these past couple of weeks waiting for the reward flow to claim. And being able to see your Golden Pass credits is just such a nice quality of life change. Like, before you could only see once a season and then it'd be gone, and like I had to go through like my past live streams to find out how many Golden Pass credits I have. But now I can just check in game. I have 20 right now. That's pretty exciting. I'm stacked for the next 10 seasons, I guess, so that's pretty fun. Moving on to crew member skill bonuses. A number of unintended changes to crew member bonuses have now been reverted, including in the Mickey and Friends collection, Chippendale, Horace, Horsecollar, Morty, and 30 Field Mouse, Lonesome Ghost, Gus Goose, Pedro, and the Jungle Book collection, Ka and King Louie. I believe these changes went into effect actually a couple of weeks ago, where, like, for example, Pedro used to have top speed back in seasons 1 through 6, and then at the start of season 7 they accidentally took it away, and now it's back to how it was. Obviously a good change. You shouldn't have people investing in crew members because they give a certain stat and then just change it out of the blue. That's not a cool thing to do, but I'm assuming it was a bug and it has been fixed now at this point. Other things happened with the crew members, like King Louie now gives boost instead of shield and stuff like that, and they were supposed to go live with the Season 7 update. I talked more about them in the racer balancing video, so if you want to know exactly what changes to what skills were adjusted for those crew members, go check out that video. Moving on to the last section, general fixes. Game crash occurrences. I know a lot of people were having a lot of crash issues this season, so hopefully that is fixed a little bit. Issue causing car ornaments to appear vertically instead of horizontally, and a visual issue with the crew member star up and unlock animation tab, so not a lot there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this patch. Mostly, I'm excited for Sergeant Calhoun's voice lines. I think that's the big thing, and the prospect that some of our other unvoiced characters could get voice acting later in the future. Hopefully they'll get on that, because I really want King Candy voice lines. And Fix-It Felix deserves it too. Just bring back full voice acting, please. I think that would be really, really nice. And premium characters having voices should just be a given. We shouldn't have to wait a whole season for that to get added, in my opinion. But besides that, just a lot of small quality of life changes. But I am really excited of the prospect that we might start getting, mid-season updates with the launch of the part 2 of a season pass. I think that could be really fun, and I hope they continue to do this moving forward, because it does feel really dull. Like seasons 5 and 6 were the longest we've ever had in Disney Speedstorm at 70 days each, and it really sucked, as we got to the middle and the end of the seasons, and there just really wasn't much to do. So this is a nice change of pace, and I hope we see more like this. But let me know what you guys think of the patch in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Peace out, everybody.